I'm so excited to have one of the best female dancers in Nigeria and the leader of the best female dance group in Nigeria, P-Klef.
Pastor Roy.
Yeah, good to see you. How are you doing?
I'm
What's
fine.
been happening with you?
I've been good. I've been keeping it real. We've been working with the team. And also I've been working on my own personal projects. And yeah, it's been great.
So tell me, how did you start this dance thing? What happened? What's the story behind you starting this dance?
Okay, I would say dance is the one that chose me. But I didn't choose dance. Dance chose me. I've just been in the streets, growing up in T-Ward. I've always been that person, that little girl that would dance in a party and everybody wants to spray her money.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. So I figured that anytime I'm dancing, I have the attention of people. So I always love to dance on the streets. Once they are playing music, I'll just be dancing. And then along that path, I met a group, like a all-male group. And I decided that I like what they are doing. And mostly they are like stunt people. They do all these acrobats and everything. And it kind of like agreed with my energy at that time because I had this very masculine, tough energy. And I decided to join them. They will say flip, they will say roll on your head.
And you were the only female among...
I was the only female. Though later I inspired a lot of other females to join the group. And then eventually, after some time, they are like, you and the girls, you have connections, so go start your thing. That's how I left that group. But it has been always something that calls me to come do it.
Did your parents dance? Were they dancers?
No.
Or in your bloodline? Your great grandparents, they dance or something?
I think
where did this dance come from?
My mom I would call her entertainment. She's entertainment. You can't see my mom and not laugh. And she can dance, she's free-spirited, she's an artist by birth. So I feel like that's where I took it from. My mom is really an artist. When she's in all of these her meetings, she's always that woman that chair of the place. They call her English woman. She will speak English, she will laugh, she will dance, she's very funny. And I think I got my entertainment aspect from my mom. She's the only one that I know that is in line with what I'm doing.
So tell me, how far has dance taken you? You know, how did you benefit from this dance?
Dance saved my life. I would say that, like, dance saved my life. Dance used to be passion. I just love it. I like the fact that I can dance and I have people's attention. But later on, it grew from just passion to business. Now I do it because it feeds me, it pays my bills, it takes care of my family, it inspires and empowers other young women. So dance, I would say, I started from just J-Town, and I've been able to perform in close to 25 countries so far. And to the glory of God, I would say, I don't know what I would have been now if not to be a dancer.
And that's exactly what I wanted to ask you. Have you ever imagined yourself without dance? If dance were to be taken away from you, have you ever imagined how that would be?
I'm an amazing, very, very intelligent person. I know that about myself. I know I will survive. I will survive in other fields. I will succeed in other fields because I'm very intelligent. But I don't think I will be fulfilled in other fields. You know, I can work in a bank and I'll be very effective. I know how to do marketing a lot. I bring all that skill to my event. You know, I am very good at marketing. I can make you buy something. You know, I can convince you. So I can work in a marketing firm or be in a marketing department for any company. I know also that I'm very creative. I can be a creative go-to person in any organization and I will survive. And I'm also very skillful. I make hair. I learned how to make hair. You know, you can't go into the other and not know how to make hair. I make hair, I make nails,
Wow.
And I'm also very good at colors. I can combine colors, so I bring all of that expertise into my dance. I know the power of colors. So I'm very skillful in certain areas that I know I can use that to survive. I still use it to survive. I sell shoes. I use all of that to survive. But to be fulfilled and to really do what my heart does not question whenever I do it, I think dance is it for me. Like, I made that decision 15 years ago when I was on that stage. It was a kind of joy that I cannot explain. So when I discovered that this thing gives me inner joy, I said, this is it, go for it. That was the deal breaker for me. I'm like, that's it. This is what you should do with your life. You know, because of that joy that comes whenever I do. Whenever I teach dance, whenever I choreograph and I see it on stage, the joy that comes from the audience, when people shout, when people are amazed, when people are inspired, I get a lot of people come backstage to say, wow, when you guys were performing, I felt this thing. I think I'm a tailor and I'm going to go for my talent. I think that thing is priceless. It's not something you can buy anywhere. So that's the fulfillment, and that's the reason why I do what I do.
So what does it take to be a dancer?
It takes a decision.
So can I decide to be a dancer now?
Yes. The difference between you and I is the fact that I choose to show up at the studio every day to train my body, to talk to my body. So what rehearsal does is it tells your body what to retain, and whenever you demand for it, it comes out on stage.
Wow.
For every human being is a dancer, because when you give birth, those women that have given birth, once you are in the labor room and you give birth to a baby, the baby comes out because the baby has been confined in a certain place in your womb. And then when the baby comes out, it's there. The evidence that the baby is alive is when the baby moves and the baby screams. So dance and music is evidence of living, of being alive. The baby moves. The only difference between that baby that is moving on that bed the first time he saw the world and the dancer that is now a professional dancer is just count, sequence, and rehearsal. Now I tell my body, instead of moving haphazardly, move in a certain direction that makes meaning. So to be a dancer is to make a decision to always show up and train your body to be able to communicate. To say something. Like, I can tell my eye to say something. I can tell my fingers to say something. I can tell my legs to say something. But ordinarily, they are dancing already on their own. But now they are not dancing for a purpose. They are not dancing specifically to create a certain meaning. So everybody can be a dancer when they decide to be a dancer.
I think I have to take a decision to be a dancer too.
That's all right, I've seen you dance.
Now you want to encourage me.
Your dance is comic.
It's comic.
And they are comic dances too.
Yes, actually. So I also want to ask, what do you think, or rather based on your experience, what's the biggest challenge when it comes to dance? Perhaps the biggest challenge you have faced because of this dance. What is the biggest challenge?
I think there are many challenges when you choose dance as a profession. First, you have to be patient. I don't want to say challenge, financial challenges is a problem, because I remember when I once performed at Crest Hotel with my team in Jos, and they gave us 1,000 naira. We were 7. They gave us 1K and we shared 70 naira to go back home. So I've been paid 70 naira to perform before in this Jos. And in this same Jos, somebody paid 1 million for just 30 minutes performance. So I feel like the more you work, the more consistent you are, the more your value increase, the more. So right now, people don't call me anyhow for jobs. They say, don't call Patience. So she's going to bill you. She's now big. You know, that kind of thing. I have to go to my people that used to give me jobs and say, I still do. You people should give me jobs. You know, because they've seen the value, they've seen the level of growth. And now they feel, okay, if we are coming to her, we should have something. But there was a time we still beg to perform on people's platforms. So financial challenges, I feel like, can be solved through, you know, consistency and patience and everything. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to break that barrier, because I don't think like it's a challenge. I feel like it's a process, but it can come off to you as a challenge. And for a female dancer from the north, not just in Lagos, she's not in Lagos, she's not in Abuja, she's in the north. And north is known to be very reserved, very religious, and very decent space. So for a dancer to come out in her full capacity and in her full expression, you want to put on colored hair, you want to put on white hair. So I'm not carrying my white hair now because I'm trying to rest. Sometimes it's heavy to carry it, but I'm always on this white long hair.
Yeah.
It's just my own signature, my own way of saying this is my brand, this is how I want to be identified. I love white a lot and black. This is how I want to be identified. You know, when you put on hair like that, and then you have maybe tattoos on your body, or you are not that quiet and reserved and sitting down, and you can come off as wild.
Yes.
And it's a challenge in the community. You get judgments, you get people just say, these girls, you know, they hear word, you know, that kind of thing. And it can be challenging to just be yourself and really express yourself as an artist in a reserved space like that. But with time, when you have been able to project your positivity through your art, people no longer concentrate on how you look, or whether they look at the works that you have done in the community, how many girls you've been able to harness, how many girls you've been able to provide opportunities for them to be better people. You know, so it can be challenging when you really want to be yourself in the community. That's one of the challenges that we have. Also, like in the north, there is no much platforms. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like there is no much platforms that really empowers dancers. Yeah. Maybe musical platforms or comedy platforms, but when it comes to dance as a genre, there is no much empowerment. We have only churches, pastors like yourself and House 316 and everything that you're doing for young people. Only few people like that who have the interest of young people and can really allow them express themselves the way they want to express themselves in the church or wherever. So there are no much platforms, which is why I put up Basel Dance Festival.
Yes, that's where I was going to.
A major platform, you know, for young people, for dancers to come up. So but there are no much platforms. There is no much financial empowerment. There's no much encouragement from government. It's a serious challenge. You know, the past government, I know how we're able to try to reach out. We've done this for JOS, so we are representing JOS very well outside there. We go for competitions, we go with our own peers, and they go out to their government, and the government are really empowering and supporting what they are doing. I mean, I have a studio in the heart of Tudunwada, JOS, you know, that is where most of the talents are. Yes. You know, but it's very small. When I want to put up workshops, I want to put up seminars, I have to restrict it to 50 people, 100 people. When I know that there are more people, so there is no space, there is no any support coming from a government structure. So I have to operate as a private entity all the time to take on such projects, which can be a little bit challenging. So basically, those are the...
Wow, great, amazing. I love the way you analyze everything. You touch the government, you touch the church, you touch everywhere. That's fantastic. So I'd like to ask second to the last question. What will you say, or how do you imagine dance to be in the next 10 years from now? How do you see dance in the next 10 years? Is it going to be the same way it is right now? Is it going to transform to something else? What do you think? Just like comedy, you know, then many years ago, comedy was not popular. But right now, comedy has become something else. Even those that are not funny are trying to do comedy now. And that lack of being funny is the funny part. Yeah, it has become a very big, platform and industry. So what do you see, how do you see dance in the next 10, 15 years from now?
For me, like, dance is the future. And I'm not even mixing words. Wow. It's the future. In all the industries, I respect what everybody else is doing. But I know that even the music industry eat and feed from dance. There is no music artist right now that his song is not going viral because dancers decide to vibe on it on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook.
Right.
There is no artist big that is going on stage. Name them that they don't have dancers as backup dancers.
Exactly.
If they are okay doing it, then they should do it without the dancers. It's not possible. It's not possible. Yes. So you see comedians too. Today,
yes, they are dancing
in their comedy. Go to TikTok. Most comedians are dancers. The dance industry has penetrated the whole other industries. The only challenge was that the dance industry does not know the capacity of the power or the value that it is adding to the community, and dancers are becoming aware right now of what they can do, who they are, that they are mirrors to the society, to the community. With everything that is happening, insurgency, killings, what's it called, the Gen Z situations that are happening right now, only dance will be able to come out and address these issues without saying a word.
Wow.
So it's another way for dancers to take over the industry. So, and I feel like there are a lot of amazing dancers that are solving problems, which automatically makes dance to be a very high commodity in the next 5 years, 6 years.
Yes.
Organizations will be looking for dance to advertise their product because dance will be the best way. Right now, it's already happening. Milo, all those guys, they cannot do any adverts online without using the dance community. So dance economically is already shifting to become a major source of empowerment for young people.
Yes.
So in the next 5 years, it will become a major entity economically and also socially. TikTok, Facebook, everything that is controlling the world right now in the media is dance. MTV base cannot do their advert without using the dance body. So dance is offering a lot, and in the next 5 years, I see it as a major field that the whole world. Now we have kids. Parents will come to you and say, teach my child how to dance. Even when they go to school to learn mathematics and learn other things, they still say, teach my child how to dance, because you go for competitions like DTH and all of that. Now the star prize for DTH is 30 million. Dancers are millionaires, billionaires right now, just by moving on stage. So it's a major industry right now. In the next 5 years in Nigeria, I see dancers as the highlight in the entertainment industry, even though it's going to be very hard, because I know how comedy rose, I know how music rose. People who paid price for music, the likes of Fela and all of that, who did a lot for the music industry to stand where it is now globally. The Afrobeat is taking over the entire continent, you know, and the Afrobeat does not stand on its own. It's dance that makes it. So now it's just for dancers to be able to recognize where they are, who they are, and the things that they are doing for community to be what it is, and then demand for the same value to be given back to them. So in the next 5 years, as far as dancers are waking up, we're all awake right now. We're all awake. So it's going to be a major industry, and I really encourage everyone to embrace dance. Now I think I'm going to dance. Dance is a tool, is an instrument, is a weapon, and is the future. I'm just feeling like I should begin to dance right now. All right, thank you so much, P-Klef, for coming. Sir. We appreciate you. Thank you so much, and wish you the best. I need to ask you, are you in a relationship? Do you have a boyfriend? Pastor Roy.
This silence, and what does that mean?
Oh my God. Yes, I have a boyfriend.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, let's not talk about this now. Maybe some other time we'll talk about that. Thank you so much. Get connected to us so that you get more of this kind of stuff. God bless. See you.
Bye.